Hi, my name is Julia Fell, and I'm the assistant curator at the museum at Bethel Woods. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about our new exhibit, Earth in Focus, a celebration of our dynamic planet. While the exhibit won't open on our grounds until further notice, we wanted to give you a sneak peek of the art that awaits you once we can open our grounds again. So what is Earth in Focus? Earth in Focus is a photography exhibit which showcases the wonders of our dynamic planet. We saw over 700 submissions from photographers all over the world, and we had an esteemed panel of judges, which includes a Project Identity photography participant and a Woodstock photographer, somebody who was actually at the festival. The exhibit was put together in partnership with Photoville, which is a New York City-based organization which promotes photographic art. From the most sweeping landscapes to the tiniest botanical details, Earth in Focus gives you a peek through the lens at some of nature's most stunning assets. So why did we choose to do nature photography at the Woodstock Historic Site? Bethel Woods chose to present this exhibit in honor of the 50th anniversary of the first Earth Day, which was celebrated on April 22nd, 1970. The environmental activism that spurred the creation of Earth Day is a direct result of the cultural shifts that were going on in the 1960s. Earth Day is also a culmination of the revolutionary changes taking place throughout the decade, just like Woodstock was. There's also a precedent for environmental art on the Woodstock site. During the original festival, the promoters wanted to enhance the bucolic landscape that the festival was going to be taking place on. They hired students from the University of Miami to come up to the site and create environmental, nature-based art. These sculptures and structures were meant to be interacted with by festival attendees and highlight the landscape. So what's the deal with Earth Day? Earth Day was created to promote environmental activism as people were becoming less and less tolerant of issues like pollution. Pollution is a pretty mainstream issue today that we're well educated on, but at the time, a lot of people were unaware of how detrimental it was to the environment. Another major influence on environmental awareness was the 1962 book Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. Through this book, Carson exposed the dangerous use of commercial pesticides on the environment. The founders of the first Earth Day were inspired by the student protests that were taking place throughout the 1960s, especially the anti-Vietnam War protests that were so commonplace during that decade. They used the model of organization like these protests to create the first Earth Day and protest environmental mistreatment. 20 million Americans participated in the first Earth Day, and the organization is still going strong 50 years later. You can visit them at earthday.org. So how can I experience the exhibit? While the exhibit won't open physically until further notice, it will eventually be installed on the Bethel Woods campus in the format of large-scale photo frames. But for now, there's plenty to see online. We've got lots of gorgeous photography just waiting for you. You can visit our website to learn about the photographers and get a sneak peek at some of the art. You can also check out Bethel Woods' social media accounts for special online features like jurors' picks and a local showcase. So what can I do to help the environment? Well, there are many ways that you can help the world around you. We all have the power to create positive change in our world. As the weather is getting nicer and everyone is itching to get out of their houses, there are plenty of things you can do to help the environment. This includes things as simple as picking up garbage while taking a walk. But please remember, no matter what you do, to always stay safe, practice social distancing, and wear a mask while you're in public. Bethel Woods also has resources for you. Each month, as we highlight a local photographer's work, we'll be pairing the images with ways in which you can make a positive impact on your community. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining me today, and we hope you enjoy the exhibit.